haven't done one of these movie reviews in a while, because there's not been much I've wanted to see, and I'll probably stop doing these movie reviews by the end of the year, but there's a couple more films I want to see. Anyway, this is a very exciting film because it's one night only, and it's the new Batman film starring Adam West and Burt Ward, like from the 60s show, which I love. I love all Batman, it's all technically great, some might, anyway, and I guess I am kind of looking forward to it. Adam West sounds like he's on his deathbed in the trailers, and the reviews have been pretty positive, definitely better compared to the other film that was released in cinemas earlier this year, The Killing Joke, which I actually did quite like. But anyway, we're talking about this movie, big, really exciting one-night event. So really, if I do like it, it'll be a recommendation for the DVD, or if not, I'll just tell you to stay away when the DVD comes out. Anyway, I'll see you once I get back. Okay, so I saw the film yesterday. I did sort of record like my thoughts when I came back, but it was a bit too rambly, so hopefully this goes a little bit more smoother. So as I said at the start, big fan of the 60s show, just big fan of all Batman things in general. It is very campy, and like people who like Batman, like the dark and brooding figure, who I also do very much like, then you're not going to like it, but the campiness and the silliness is what makes it what it is, and it is, just a good cult show, and like this was a big event, like sort of like returning to it, getting some of the old actors back, like the only ones I think are still alive, so yeah. That's cool. Before the movie, there was like this little bit with Kevin Smith and a couple of other people, which was kind of pointless, and it dragged a bit, and it was just, just a bit cringy, but also, like, with how many people were at the theatre, like, at first, there were, like, barely anyone, but as, like, when it got close to the film's running time, and a couple of people came later, like, it did get a bit more busier, but, like, the theatre experience itself was really great. Like, people were laughing along, and they seemed to be really enjoying it. But did I enjoy it? Well, let's look at the good stuff. Apologies to Adam West, he doesn't sound like he's on his deathbed, actually. He's very good. You can tell he's old, but, he's still good old Batman. Same with Burt Ward. Actually doesn't sound too different. You can definitely tell it's not the Robin from the show. I don't know, that doesn't make any sense, but it's just the way he sounds. He sounds different. And the replacements they got were all pretty good. I actually think they got the Riddler from the Arkham games to do the Frank Gorshin Riddler, and he nailed the laugh. That laugh is the best laugh in the history of mankind in general. And the film was very funny. I really don't want to spoil, like, a lot of the jokes, because there are some really smart jokes in there. I'd say if, like, you don't know much about the 60s show in general, then chances are you probably won't get some of them, but if you know Batman in general, there's a couple of really good ones, especially a very good nod to the Dark Knight Rises. I also like, it does feel like the show. You can tell it is the 60s show, because it is very silly, and they do capture it very well. Like, I did sort of think, are they going to just sort of make this overly cheesy, like overly, self-pandering to the show, and it just sort of ended up being, ugh. But no, I think they've done it really well, and also they brought it well to the modern world. And also, partway through, there's a very good twist. It's not like, you're dead, or something. But, like, something does happen, and it's something that's not really been explored in Batman before, and it is an interesting idea. Obviously, it is still very silly, but it's still an interesting idea, and the movie's very entertaining. I did really enjoy it. But there are a couple of things I can complain about. So as I said, Adam West and Burt Ward reprised their roles, and the other person who did from the 60s show was Julie Newmar as Catwoman. And you can tell she's old, like, even more so than Adam West and Burt Ward. And she's not that great, if I'm honest, in this movie. But I guess for, like, nostalgia purposes, it does work well, but, just from a general point of view, she wasn't that great. And the other thing I have to complain about is, this is really petty, like, a really petty issue, but there's a couple, the animation is generally good, but the characters, a couple of them really aren't correct to what they used to be. Like, why does Commissioner Gordon have glasses and a mustache this time around? He didn't have it in the show, and Alfred doesn't have glasses, which he had in the show. It's those little things, but it just sort of, like, was like, why? it's simple, but you didn't get it, and yeah, it just got on my nerves a bit. That's really all I can complain about, which is, yeah, definitely good. So overall, I really enjoyed this movie. It was a lot of fun to watch, and it captured the spirit of the 60s show, and it might be my favourite Batman film this year. There's been quite a few, like we have Batman v Superman, The Killing Joke, don't know if I can count Suicide Squad, because he was in it for like 2 minutes. But yeah, I think this is probably my favourite. I'll probably do like a big ranking of all the films I've seen this year, so I'll see what it's like then. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. If you've been a fan of the show, definitely check it out. If you don't know about the show, like you've never watched it before, I don't know if you'd like it or not, if I have to be honest. Like, if you're a big fan of Dark Brooding Batman and Dark Brooding Batman only, you're not gonna like this film. But if you sort of felt like, Ben Affleck has been too dark, like Christian Bale, all those have just been too dark, then you'll probably really get a kick out of this movie. It is very light-hearted, and it does make references to those other dark Batmans in sort of a parody. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, I really enjoyed it, and I'll give it 4 stars. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. There's only going to be a few more movie reviews. I'll review the Harry Potter spin-off, the new Disney film, maybe Rogue One, the new Star Wars spin-off, because I don't actually think that looks great, but if, like, family suggests, let's go see Rogue One just for, something to do, then I'll say, yeah, why not? But if, like, that never comes up, then I probably won't see it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.